What would I say to anyone thinking about studying law at Birkbeck? It's hard work, but do it anyway. You'll experience the world in a completely new way when you're done. What makes Birkbeck so special to me? It's hard to answer because, there's the history of it, there's the academic community, there's the mission of accessibility and inclusion, but the thing that really makes Birkbeck special for me are the students themselves. It's an incredibly diverse student body. One of the things I'll often say about a law degree is it involves a lot of transferable skills, but what maybe is less emphasized is that you also get a lot of general knowledge, politics and constitutional arrangements, the commercial world, or even family law. But there's also the actual skills, reading cases, doing research, and learning how to make arguments. One of the things quite interesting about law is we think, okay, there's a rule, you simply apply the rule. I have to tell students, rules don't really exist as rules. When you think about a rule, there's always a question of interpretation, context, and application. What I find fascinating about the law, I suppose I'm actually quite old-fashioned. I really enjoy reading legal judgment. When we think about what the law is, we often think about legislation rules, what Parliament says the law is. But a lot of our law actually comes out of disputes. So when those disputes go to the court, the judge comes up with a reason for how to resolve that dispute. And that process of reasoning is how our law is established, how rules become established. When you engage with these judgments, you learn about the reasoning process, how to take a concept from an individual set of circumstances and apply it into whole new sets of circumstances as rules. We've recently invested quite a bit in our personal tutoring system so that when students come in their very first year, they're always taught by someone who's their personal tutor, and they can go to that tutor to just talk about their experience, get guidance. We have really great learning development tutors. They'll sit with you one-on-one and look at a draft and help you understand how to reference, how to structure an argument, strengths and weaknesses in your writing, that kind of thing. What's the most exciting development in law? Perhaps it's not exactly a development per se, but it's the way in which law is currently under threat. We can see in different places around the world that the rule of law is being challenged, whether that's people being disappeared off streets without any kind of due process, or judges being threatened or thrown into jail. We all have a duty, whether that's as legal practitioners, legislators, or just members of the public, to really engage with these big legal questions of the day, because fundamentally, law is not something we can really take for granted. If I were to describe Birkbeck with one word, it's transformative. It changes people's lives.